I am literally in the middle of nowhere looking for a farmhouse. I'm hoping it's one of those buildings over there. This looks like the place based on the photo. And this is the job, or this is the front of it anyway. The back's a bit more complicated. It's got a couple of offshots on. Just a scaffold so they can re-roof this little farmhouse. I have to say, like, I much prefer working out in the middle of nowhere than working in the city centres. Listen to that. Pure peace and quiet. Before anybody says it, like they do on every video, I know it would be easier to base away with a ledger on the inside, but just force of habit, I always do it this way, and it is slightly easier when you're by yourself just to lift that first ledger in, so that's why I do it this way. I don't mind the slight inconvenience of sliding the tube up the inside. There's only going to be another, what, 2 or 3 standards. Oh, that is fucking awkward. Got the fucking pad. Right, that's in. Right, got the base lift in there, a few working boards on, get the second lift on now. I'll get this in 2 lifts. When I looked at it on the photo, it looked like it was going to be 3, so it's a bit of a win there. Right, that's all the gear ready for the second lift. Before I get on with that, I'll show you the back. It's a bit of a hike. I can get in this gate here. That's where I've just been working. I can get my van in here. Should be able to get it all the way down here, hopefully. And that is the back. So what I think I'm going to do is a couple of standards off the gutter on this side of this offshot tower, up the middle here, go across that roof, and then I'll have to obviously drop a couple of standards down this side of the offshot. I'll get the front finished for now though, and I'll see where I am with the situation with the gear. Right, that's it done up here. And there it is from the bottom. See if I can get a bit done on the back now. Okay, I'm on the back here. Like I said before, I'm going to start by putting a little tower in the middle here. I have just noticed that though, which is not a good sign. I hope they are not live. I'll have to look into that when I get a bit closer to them. Should be alright though at the minute, just putting the scaffold in here. I haven't got any 8-foots left for rakers. All I've got is these kind of 6.5, 7-foots. So really they're not long enough, but they'll have to do. It's a bit far away from the node point for all you people who like to go by the book. I think, what, you allowed 300 or something like that? That's more like 400, but it'll do. This one's even shorter. Right, I've got them in. Doesn't look very good, like, but I'm going to be kind of saddling this roof anyway, so it's going to be like tied in almost to the roof, so that'll provide a lot of stability anyway. Right, there you go, base in. All I've got is a 10-foot. That's the shortest tube I've got for a sway brace, so that'll have to do for that. Okay, got a bit more gear ready there. I think what I'm going to do now is put like a little, I don't know, probably 4-foot lift in, 3-foot lift in, that runs into that roof there, and the ledges will needle right out over to the other side of that this lean-to roof, so I can drop some standards down. If I just go for the top lift straight away, that side will be far too leggy. Show you what I mean. It's going to be awkward trying to avoid them power lines. Right, I'm happy with that. Braced all this up, put a strap in across there to keep that them ledges in place. I'll now head over to that side and drop some standards down on the other side of that roof. What I was saying before is I could have just sat the ledges on that ridge there, but by the time those ledges were over there, it would be like a 10-foot lift on the end there. Probably would have been fine, but for the sake of putting this little intermediate lift in, I think it's just going to make it a bit more stable. Right, that's that end in there. I think I'm going to call it a day there, because all I've got left now is 20s really. So there'll just be one more lift to go on over the top of that ridge there and down the other side, and I'll get that on the next visit. Okay, a few days later now, I'm back up here. Turns out those lines were live power lines, so I've had to wait until they got shrouded, which they are now. So I'll get this one finished off now. Gonna start by clipping a few standards to that gutter there, and then I'll run the ledges across onto them. Right, spurred up this section over the roof, get some more bracing in this, and then get the transoms on. Okay, that's it done up here. There it is from the bottom. I'm now off down the road on the same piece of land to a separate farmhouse to do pretty much exactly the same thing.